There you'll find trusted local businesses who've been.
This is the L2C Media Network, and this is Sports Final. Brought to you by the L2C Media Network. Now with the latest in sports and more. Here's the more. Stay back. All right, thank you very much, Harry. How you doing, everybody? Good evening, good afternoon. Good Lord, it's great to have you with us today. All around the world, we are in. Hello, London. Hello, Great Britain. Hello, Australia. Hello, world. And welcome to Sports Final. Steve the Baxman Baxley here with you, person that can't even actually look into a camera, but now has. What this is, for those of you that don't know, is a show that is so low budget. We have one shoestring. Actually, what we try to do here is bring you sports and then more. We don't show highlights here. We don't have the rights to them. And we give you the scores in a little unusual way. It's the sports fans moniker. So, with that said, with that done, let us embrace the moment. Let us get to it. And yes, we got some international sports too. So here we go, right now. Let's kick it off with something good in the hood. That's right, it's time for a little NBA b-ball. That's right, National Basketball Association action. We got it tonight. Let's give you some funk and some fun. Yes, sirree. And I'm going to have to go like this because we might have a no-no on that side. Oh, we're good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. We'll go back to that in a moment. Right now, let's give you some NBA action. Let's take it to the scoreboard. And we give it to you like this. We got a minute, 50 seconds left before the half. It is Golden State Warriors 50, Indiana Pacers 46. Final in overtime. By the way, that's the only game that's going on. It's shocking, though true. It's a wonderful Woooosday Tuesday. Here we go. Final in overtime, Philadelphia 76ers beat up on the Miami Heat 137-134. The Utah Jazz. Who knew they played Jazz in Utah? Anyway, Utah Jazz beat up on the Cleveland Cavaliers 117-87. Brooklyn Nets defeated the Denver Nuggets 122-116. The world champion Los Angeles Lakers have proved their worth once again against the Houston Rockets 117-100. We got a couple little stories on that coming up in but a few momentations. San Antonio Spurs beat up on the Oklahoma Thunder by 10, 112-102. And as we said last night, we say it again tonight, the Boston Celtics, Chicago Bulls, they were postponed due to the COVID. Yes, indeed, they couldn't do anything because of the COVID. So there you go on that route. So there's your NBA. By the way, the NHL comes back in 2 days. Goody. So we've done that. What else do we do here on this program? Simple. We give you the scores of the NCAA. That's right. College basketball, college b-ball, baby. We got it. You want it? We'll give it to you. Que pass. Not a, well, shall we say, not a full lineup tonight, but yeah, it was enough to keep people interested in all the action. And we'll also give you the final results of the final college football poll for 2020, the year everybody wishes to forget but can never do. And it's scary. You know why it's so scary? You can't forget. I know. You can never forget it. It's scary. It's scary, man. It's scary. So let's give you scores from the NC2A men's action. There weren't a lot of it, obviously, because of the COVID. So let's just mosey, shall we? By the way, the NC2A men's basketball scoreboard is presented by Caesars and William Hill. Yes, yes, let's all go to William Hill, please. Yes, yes, indeed. Okay. Let's get to it, by the way. You got an update, minute 10 left to play before the half. It is Golden State, 54.6 seconds. See, we get these updates fast. Golden State 54, Indiana 48. Let's now go hand in hand to basketball land, shall we? Oklahoma State pulled off a little mini upset on number 6, Kansas, 75-70. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm getting the... Probably had the other one here. You know the other one, our work whistle. Thank you. Thank you, Bruno. You did good. Thank you. Okay, number 7 ranked Michigan defeated number 9 ranked Wisconsin 77 to 54. And, well, this wasn't much of an upset, but still, it calls for this. That's right, folks. It's our upset whistle. Number 20 ranked Virginia Tech defeated 19th ranked Duke. Duke goofball. 74-67. And you're probably asking yourself, Steve, were there any games postponed? Why, yes, there were. 13th ranked West Virginia, Mountain Mamas, take me home, country roads. Thank you very much. West Virginia, Baylor, they got postponed. Tennessee and Vanderbilt, they also got postponed because of the COVID. And most of you are probably saying to yourself, hey, you give men, how about the women? Where is their scoreboard? Yes, friends, we do the scoreboard like we do the show without the net. That disappoints us because I kind of like a net. So here we go, kids. Big old time for a little b-ball of the feminine side. And, well, why don't we do it? Whoa, you gotta be kidding me. They did not play a tall? Comment allez-vous, senor? Oh, no, that's football. It's football, guys. I don't want the football. I want the female, the NCAA women. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys in the control room. Someday soon, we'll have a professional show. Until then, you got to get used to this. Here we go, folks. It's time for the women to shine in the college basketball fandango. So let's give you the scores for tonight. Oklahoma, number 21, Texas, postponed due to the COVID. You got to be kidding me. That's all the games that they had? Just one rock picking of a game? Boy, I tell you. Okay, well, apparently that was it. That was it. One game? One shoddy postponement? Wow. Anyway, do we have any WNBA action, or do we have WNBA action? It's fantastic, I know, but do we have scores from them or not? Don't you just love it? I know I do. But do we have any scores, or don't they start their season so we'll have to wait till summer, right? Or whenever they decide to do it. Okay, thank you. Nice to know we run a tight ship here in this business. Yes. Okay. So no college basketball for the women tonight. Man, we got some people here from watching us from England. By the way, I want to say hello to my brothers, my bros from different mothers, bros from different mo's. That's a good way to do that. Richie, how you doing? And of course, Mr. Rob Lemar. Mr. Richie, the two gentlemen who was a part of Live Roulette. I remember that because I was part of that little fan base. Sent them a nice little picture of Misty, God rest her soul. And I'm going to send Richie a picture of my cat, Uno, the mouse assassin. So there you go. Now, shall we, of interest to our friends from merry old England, shall we give you sport from England? I think we shall, don't you? Yes, I think so. Why am I talking with this posh accent? I don't know. But let's give you some scores. From who knows where? Yeah. We'll tantalize your taste buds with some football scores. Hey, why not? We're here to tantalize. Yes, we are. We're here to tantalize and make everything just feel so good. All right, let's go to it in the Premier League. Sheffield United defeated Newcastle United 1-0. Manchester United defeated Burnley 1-0. Everton over the Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Wanderers. The Wanderers. Who is that fat bastard? Not Alexei Sale, for those of you. That's how they introed his show. Alexei Sale, little kid going. I mean, they were doing their one intro. I love the one intro they had. Pardon-moi. Love the one intro they had there when they sort of did a ripoff, or excuse me, a parody. I won't say ripoff. That's our word here. Parody of the opening to the Mickey Mouse Club. And it was Alexei Sale again. And one of the little kids said, "Who is that fat bastard?" That was the tagline of the whole Shamil Shemazel. Alexei Sale. Yes. So there you go. There you go. Can we? By the way, this is the only sports show with an audience. Can we hear the audience, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Let's keep going with the scoreboard, shall we? In the Scottish Premiership. Have faith in Bigorra, my people. Dundee United and St. Johnstone tied it 2. They went to a ballet because it was a 2-2 game. All right, championship, we got it. Queens Park Rangers over Luton Town. And they're having fun in Luton Town. 2-0 Queens Park Rangers beat Luton Town. Millwall and AFC Bournemouth tied at 1. Can't do any jokes when they're tied at 1. I don't know why. In the League One, audience 3, Carlton Athletic and Rochdale tied at 4. Yes, you could say it was 4-on-4 or 4-play if you prefer. League 2, Pittsburgh 4. Exeter City and Bolton Wanderers, I won't do the song again, ended up tied at 1, which, by the way, is a lonely number. Harrogate Town and Carlisle United's game was postponed due to floodlight failure. So give everyone flashlights. But we do understand. You need light to play in the night. You do. Scunthorpe United lost to Salford City 1-0. In the EFL Trophy action, Hull City defeated Fleetwood Town 3-2. Sunderland over Port Vale. By the way, that's eloquently beautiful, along with a little Chardonnay, don't you think? 2-0 was the final score. Lincoln City, 4-0 victory over Accrington Stanley. Is he a cousin of Earl Stanley Gardner? Anyway. AFC Wimbledon defeated the Bristol Rovers 1-0. Oxford United, we know that, but that's the name of the team. Oxford United defeated Cambridge United 1-0. You got to wonder if anyone that with the name of Oxford from a team of Oxford United or Cambridge United, do they fly United or British Airways? Cheap jokes, because we're a cheap show. Peterborough United over Portsmouth 5-1, and Milton Keynes Dons over Northampton Town by a score of 2-0. In the National League soccer version, FC Halifax Town and Hartlepool United were postponed due to a frozen pitch. That's frozen pitch. Thank you very much. Torquay United and Solihull Moors were also postponed due to other. That's what it says. Match postponed, other. No apparent reason. I mean, aliens didn't kidnap the teams, so. Barnet and Yeovil Town. Oh, they were also postponed due to other. Man, this other is getting a little bit, what you say, discouraging, isn't it? Dover Athletic and Boreham Wood. Too easy, out of respect. Tied at 1. Eastleigh and Wrexham, either inflection is a good one. Ended up in a 1-1 tie. Eastleigh, wrong. Dover Athletic, Boreham Wood ended in a 1-1 tie. Eastleigh and Wrexham ended postponed due to other. National League North, York City and AFC Fylde ended match postponed due to other. More this year, other is getting on my nerves. AFC Telford United and Hereford. Match postponed due to, again, other. Leamington over Chorley 2-1. Curzon Ashton and Southport were postponed due to other. Zoinks! Farsley Celtic. You got that right. It's not an S, it's a C. Because in America we say Celtic. But it's Celtic. So on this show you get to learn a lot. They beat Darlington, not the Raceway, but a team in England. 1-0 in the National League South. You got Braintree Town losing to Oxford City 2-1. Dartford over Billericay Town 3-0. Maidstone United over Eastbourne Borough 3-2. Ebbsfleet United defeated Concord Rangers 2-1. Hampton Richmond and Havington Waterlooville. Wasn't that an ABBA song? Wasn't that an ABBA hit? Waterlooville. Their match got postponed due to other. Tonbridge Angels 4, Chippenham Town 0, and St. Albans City, where the women are good and awful pretty. Over Wellington United 2-0. The Scottish Cup. Oh, there are a lot of P's. Too many P's and there are no pods. Arbroath and Falkirk. Match postponed. Other. Dumbarton over Huntley. Where was Brinkley? Match postponed. Other. Elgin City, Ayr United. Match postponed. Other. Another postponement was for Martine United and Annan Athletic. Postponed. Keith and Clyde. I knew them well. I knew one day they'd be facing each other. They met at a bar in Oxford. Their match was postponed due to other. Greenock Morton and Dunfermline. They were postponed due to other. Patrick Thistle, one of the great spokesmen of our time, was Patrick Thistle. And Cowdenbeath, they were postponed due to other. Peterhead, we're just going to pass on that one. And Stenhousemuir were also postponed due to other. Sterling Albion. We got an Albion in Michigan. I wonder if that's Sterling. And the Wraith Rovers, their match was postponed. Bucky Thistle. I would like to see a kid have that name, Bucky Thistle. That sounds like a good name for a comic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Bucky Thistle. And Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Are they cousins? I don't know. Their match was postponed due to others. And more postponement. The Lowland League. Their games were postponed. Hey, how about our friends in the Welsh area of England? In the Welsh side, they got a nice language. You know that they do. They do. Sumeru Premier. Their game got postponed. By the way, I have to, by law, do the Lowland League. So here we go. Caledonia Braves, BSC Glasgow, postponed due to other. Edinburgh University and Vale of Lothian, postponed due to other. Gallifreydine and Berwick Rangers, postponed due to other. Kelty Hearts and Bonnyrig Rose. Sounds like a female wrestler's name. Bonnyrig Rose. Or a good song, like Secondhand Rose. Bonnyrig Rose, she wore a Bonnyrig Rose. Their match was postponed due to bad singing and other. The Spartans and they actually have a team. The Spartans and the Civil Service Strollers, their match was postponed due to other. In Welsh, in the Sirmu Premier. Oh, bless me, Father, for you do this properly. Aberystwyth Town and Pennebont, their match was postponed due to other. The Irish Premiership, Glenavon and Ballymena United was postponed. Glentoran and Cliftonville, they were postponed due to other. In the Spanish La Liga, it was Granada to Osasunana, or somewhere like that. I apologize if I butcher any names. Osasuna, 2-0 Granada. Atletico Madrid at 2-0 Wappen over Seville. Barbers there are angry. Sevilla, the Barbers are angry at that score. They thought Sevilla was a real cut-up. German DFB Cup. Bayer Leverkusen defeated Eintracht Frankfurt 4-1. In Italy, in the Coppa Italia, AC Milan and Torino, well, they ended up in a tie at goose eggs. Milan won 5-4 on penalties, though. The Australian A-League, Western United FC and Wellington Phoenix, well, they couldn't rise to, they couldn't rise. Their match was postponed due to other. Belgian First Division A, KV Oostend and Kaz Eupen tied at 1. And in the Dutch, it was Vitesse 1-0 over FC Utrecht. And Heracles Almelo defeated FC Emmen 4-0. That is soccer or football in that lovely little Bichois of language that we all love. Sport. Sport is a language all its own. Shall we go with some little rugby union? Shallst we? I think we shallst. Do we have scores for rugby union, which, by the way, we finally get to see in the States thanks to the fine folks at either NBCSN or, in some cases, Fox Sports 1 or 2. Of course, NBCSN, NBC Sports, their little channel. They, of course, own Sky. Comcast, NBC Universal owns Sky. They own Sky Sports, so we get their things. We get their sports. We don't get their sports news, but we do get their sports. Okay, shall we do this? No games in the rugby union today or last night. So, do they have a game tonight? Do they have anything tonight? Do they have anything Friday? Oh yeah, they do. Good. We'll do that on that moment in time and punishment. Okay, folks. It is midnight. We gotta do this because once again we are legally bound to present you the following that we must do in honor of our colleagues here on YouTube. Tonight on the Rakia Law channel here on YouTube, we have another edition of Law Splaining the Interwebs. And tonight, the humble Minnesota attorney, Mr. Magnetism himself, Nick Rakita, has a good show tonight. Yes, he does. You don't believe me, but he does. He does. Yes, he does. I'm saying this because, well, we got to type it up, and then by magic, it shall appear. In fact, right now he's on with Louis Laval, talking government, libertarianism, and the path forward. There you go. So you got that tonight on the Rakia Law channel, tonight, midnight Eastern. And he's fun. He's a little wild. He's a little wacky, but he makes sense. So that is on Lost Playing Interwebs with Nick Rakita and his guests tonight at midnight, which is 2 minutes gone right now. So after this show, you can watch and see how an attorney talks to people about law and anything else they're in. Anyway, that's our legally binding mess of joy and happiness. We have fun. We have joy. We have seasons in the sun. Okay, we're going to try for more good things. They will not come to an end. But first, we do this, ladies and gentlemen, not as a public service, but we got to. As you know, the fine folks at Nickelodeon did their first NFL game. Nickelodeon, much like CBS, which carried the Chicago New Orleans Saints wildcard game on Sunday. Well, they, believe it or not, did pretty good. But there was a little controversy. We got a report on from our friends at AwfulAnnouncing.com. Reception for Nickelodeon's broadcast of Sunday's Bears-Saints wildcard playoff game has been positive, with many viewers and media appreciating the effort to try something different or reach out to a new audience. In addition to play-by-play announcer Noah Eagle, the son of famed CBS football, basketball, and all-around good egg announcer Ian Eagle, and analyst Nate Burleson from the Detroit Lions, retired. He also does that show called Extra. Doing an excellent job of calling the action while explaining NFL rules and plays to viewers, possibly watching football for the first time. The telecast also included some Nickelodeon stars in roles normally featured on a sports broadcast. You're probably saying what? Les Lumpkin was a telecast sideline reporter, bringing a 14-year-old perspective to being so close to an NFL sideline and its hulking players. He also broke out a Barack Obama impression at one point. He also did, I think, Denzel Washington. Thank you. And Gabrielle Neve Green joined Burleson as an analyst, often asking questions that kids might also notice while watching a football game, like, "Mommy, Daddy, why did that man swear? Yes, one of the players got a little too excited and dropped the F-bomb. Well, I bet you that's going to be exciting next season, isn't it? If there was one aspect the broadcast fans criticized on social media, it was Green's novice observations, but she wasn't there for football fans. The 15-year-old Green, yes, 15, served as the entry, I almost said entree, the entry for the young audience watching the game. But the broadcast coordinating producer, Sean Robbins, didn't want Green to go into the game without any helpful information to use. In a New York Times story about the Nickelodeon telecast, Kevin Draper included an amusing nugget about Green accidentally being sent the same game note package that goes to CBS analyst Tony Romo. Presuming that Green and her team did not dive into that 800-page bundle of notes intended for Romo, the Nickelodeon viewing audience might have been deprived of the all-that star looking at New Orleans lining up in a 5-receiver formation with quarterback Taysom Hill and predicting to the audience, 4th and 1, Noah, this is going to be exciting. The Saints are going to run a quarterback draw up the middle here. Maybe not. What Draper's report didn't tell us is if the one-page cheat sheet that was supposed to be sent to Green went to Romo instead. Maybe that would have resulted in a call like, all right, Jim, David Montgomery's favorite ice cream flavor is chocolate. He's going to run a toss to the right here. I'm more of a cookies and cream guy myself. Well, probably not, but Romo's experience and knowledge would have likely taken over in the absence of reams of data provided by CBS producers. But if and when Nickelodeon gets another NFL broadcast, and I have a feeling it will be when, maybe we'll see such mix-up happen. But it was good, and I think they're going to do it again. Bet it. Bet it at Ladbrokes, folks. Bet it at Ladbrokes. I mean, it was good. They even had virtual slime cannons when one of the teams, or both of them, would score a touchdown. I'm not kidding. I think maybe if they ever show a replay, we gotta watch. Last night, the national championship, Alabama proved to be too much for Ohio State, and their coach went, it'll be a new day. Well, unfortunately, the 52-24 devastation of Ohio State by Alabama only drew a total of 18.654 million viewers, down big from every prior title game in the college football playoff era, and down a tick from both of this year's semifinals. The previous low came back for the game back in 2017 when Clemson beat up Alabama. They drew 25,226 million viewers. This year's number is down 27% from even last year's LSU Clemson two-step, which drew 25,588 million viewers. Ooh. So, there you go. That's what you get right there, folks. Yes, right there. Okay, let's get you some news, shall we? And well, as you know, January 6th, we had that little bit of a riot with some Trump supporters in Washington illegally entering the Capitol building. Well, one of those that made their presence known was Pat Miletich, a former MMA fighter and trainer, a UFC Hall of Famer, and a longtime MMA broadcaster for events like Legacy Fighting Alliance. ESPN's Mark Raymonde said that, or has reported, that the Legacy Fighting Association has removed Miletich after he was seen on video during the Capitol insurrection. And the announcement was thus: Pat Miletich, the first UFC welterweight champion and one of the most decorated coaches in MMA history, announced in an Instagram video that he was fired by Legacy Fighting Alliance for being present at the riot at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. The Hall of Famer had been a color commentator for MMA events such as LFA for more than a decade. LFA airs on UFC Fight Pass. In a statement to ESPN, LFA wrote that Miletich has been removed from LFA 97 broadcast this Friday, and the promotion will continue with an investigation to determine the next step or steps. I think some of their steps should be backpedaling. First and foremost, the LFA supports participation of the constitutional right to a peaceful protest. Statement read, during preparations for a 2021 debut broadcast, it was brought to the LFA's attention that photos of questionable nature surfaced on various social media outlets involving fight analyst Pat Miletich. While the LFA continues to investigate, the decision was made to remove Mr. Miletich from broadcast duties for this Friday's LFA 97 event. Miletich's Instagram account has plenty of photos from the January 6th riot, many blaming Antifa for the violence. But now maybe he better look at himself in the mirror. There was a lot of unflattering media mentions for Miletich Tuesday. Steve Morocco's MMA fighting feature on Spencer Fisher's post-career mental issues had plenty to say about what Fisher endured training at Miletich's gym, including the paragraph the following. The abuse started on Fisher's first night in Bettendorf. Miletich's guys called him Billy, short for hillbilly, named liver shots to short-circuit his body. After his first crucible of sparring rounds, he went to the bathroom to fix something with his nose. When he returned to the floor, his sweatshirt was a shotgun spread of blood boogers. Regardless of questions about his training methods and his sanity, Miletich is certainly a notable MMA figure. As Raymondi's piece notes, he was the first UFC welterweight champion. He's one of the most decorated coaches in UFC history, and he's been a prominent MMA commentator for more than a decade. So it's interesting to see him removed from broadcast after this. Why they couldn't do it sooner, I have no idea. But we wish him well in his future, wherever that is. Because I don't think he'd be coming back. Anyway, shall we go back to the fun that we were having with sports? Yes, we shall. We shall do that. Why? Because we got about 30 minutes and a whole lot of sports to do. So let's do it. Some NFL news. And then we'll go to the Premier League standings. Might as well do a whole lot of stuff here. We got new viewers, listeners. An extreme holdout. Brian Schottenheimer, the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator since 2018, was fired by the team Tuesday night. The action comes 3 days after Seattle's wildcard playoff loss to the Los Angeles Rams. Schottenheimer had served as Seattle's offensive coordinator since 2018, and while the Seahawks offense enjoyed considerable success during that span, the unit appeared to hit a wall during the second half of the 2020 season. Seattle failed to reach 300 total yards in their final 3 games of the season and gained 38 total yards in Saturday's 30-20 loss to Los Angeles. So, wow. Who's going to take that spot? This is going to be fun. All right. Let's keep going, and let's continue in the NFL rigmarole here. This one doesn't look so good. Deshaun Watson and Andre Johnson were supposed to be included in the Texans' process of hiring a new general manager and head coach. Watson, Johnson, the Texas team president, and the Texans team president, and the search firm Korn Ferry were also supposed to aid Texas owner Cal McNair as he began filling those vacancies. Teleprompter just went bananas. Now, while those alluded to above were supposed to have a voice in the hiring process, everything just went banaka. Sports NFL Insider. McNair hired Nick Caserio as his new general manager. His interviews were still being conducted, according to La Canfora. Candidates who were still waiting to be interviewed never got a chance. Now, McNair's actions clearly don't sit well with Johnson, a 7-time Pro Bowl receiver and the first player ever inducted into the Texans Ring of Honor. On Tuesday, Johnson took to Twitter and delivered a message to Watson, who reportedly is considering waiving the no-trade clause that is currently in his contract, and this is what he said. Quote, "If I'm Deshaun Watson, I will stand my ground. The Texans organization is known for wasting players' careers. Since Jack Easterby has walked into the building, nothing good has happened in or for the organization. For some reason, someone can't seem to see what is going on. Pathetic!" DeAndre Hopkins, the former Texan All-Pro receiver who was traded from Houston to Arizona last offseason, responded to the comments by saying, "When Dre speaks, listen." Member of the Texans organization since 2019, Easterby was promoted to VP of football operations last Friday. Now, Easterby spent 6 seasons in New England with Caserio, 10 years as the Patriots director of player personnel. Watson is still a bit angry over the Texans' insensitivity to social justice, including the team's hiring practices. Chris Mortensen of ESPN reported on Sunday. Specifically, Watson was upset after the Texans did not conduct interviews with current Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. Watson would reportedly consider waiving his no-trade clause to go to Miami in a deal that would include current Dolphin quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Watson is not the only Texan star who is upset over the current state of the team. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year J.J. Watt was overheard apologizing to Watson at the end of the team's Week 17 loss to the Titans. After 2 consecutive playoff seasons, the Texans only just won 4 games in 2020. Despite the lack of team success, Watson led the NFL with 4,823 passing yards. He also completed 70.2% of his passes with 33 touchdowns and just 7 interceptions while earning his 3rd consecutive Pro Bowl selection. Now, while he hasn't publicly addressed the current rumors surrounding Watson, Caserio said that Watson is our quarterback when addressing the media on January the 8th. Quote, "When the appropriate time comes, we'll sit and spend some time with Deshaun. We're certainly looking forward to the opportunity to work with him. This is good team." I wish I knew what was not good things. Anyway, we're going to do some right now once again because we're almost done here in the little warts of warts. I think that's about it for this. So let's say hello. We're going to group this because we got a little bit of a sports jam here. So we say hello to our friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Gab, and Minds. As well to the people of Parler. There you go. All right. All right. We want to end this at 12:25. So we give you all that. And now it is time to raise the roof. Bow wow, yippee-i-o, bow wow. Because it's scoreboard time. All right, let's get to the scoreboard. Now we've done all the action of soccer. So we got some basketball, possibly some baseball cooking up. A little reminder for those of you in areas affected. We just want to remind you, tomorrow night, it's night 2 of the New Year's Bash on AEW Dynamite, live from Jacksonville, Florida. You can see night 2 live tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time on TNT. That means a lot to wrestling fans. Finally, some good wrestling for a change. Okay. Let's do some European basketball, shall we? No, we shall. Barcelona over Chemical, 87.75. Again, if I butcher the names, I do apologize. Anadolu Fs beat Alba Berlin 84-76. Fenerbahce over Baskonia 96-76. In OT, in overtime, it was Olympiacos over Maccabi Tel Aviv 89-87. Olympia Milano defeated Valencia 95-80. In the Euro Cup, top 16, Levalios, not Lavoris, but Levalios beat Lokomotiv Kuban. I don't know if they're related to Mark Cuban. 83-79. Budućnost defeated JL Borg 108-80. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. In hockey, y'all love that. Swedish hockey, Brynäs over Gardens 3-2. Oskarshamn over Farjazad 3-1. Luleå defeated Linkoping 2-1. Leksands over Rogel 5-2. In the Czech Republic, this is going to be fun. We got some good stuff. Yes. In the Czech Republic, it was Kometa Brno in overtime over Sparta Prague 4-3. Olomouc over Vitalis 2-1. Mlada Boleslav over Trinec 3-2. Pardubice over Karlovy Vary 5-4. Kesk Bujovic over Litvinov 4-3. Ziln over Liberec in penalty shots. Ziln beat Liberec 4-3. And Mountain Field HK over Plzeň 4-1 in Finland. Finland, the time of your life. Helsinki defeated Žalgiris 2-0, and Vasan Sport defeated Kalpa 4-2. And that, my friends, you are my friends, that, my friends, just happens to be the tail of the dog that wagged. In other words, that is it for us. We have hit the last poll and are coming in to say our goodnights to all of you folks. Thank you all for joining us, for gracing our little sports love fest with your presence. Glad you were around to see us, hear us, feel us, touch us in a romantic way. And we'll be back on the air tomorrow night, 11:35, unless there's a sporting event that says otherwise. And we'll have more sports for you at that time. So from everybody here at this very little show that we do, it's not even it's just Sports Final. For everybody here at Sports Final, Steve, the Baxman Baxley, saying have a great evening, have a great morning, no matter where you are watching us from. Great afternoon, and just enjoy the night, enjoy your mornings, and as always, I give you blessings. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we got a minute here. I'm going to vamp. So let's just say thank you. Have a great night. And see you tomorrow. So long, everybody. Take good care. Bye for now.